first debate of the evening. This is going to be such a delight, you guys. Our first debate is Sesame Street versus Bourbon Street. Two streets that I think we're going to find out have a lot in common that you might not think they did. On the side of Sesame Street, this guy runs propaganda. It's every last Sunday at Lanny's Clock Tower Cabaret. Please put your hands together for Matt Monroe, everyone! And on the side of Bourbon Street, this guy was a last-minute addition. I want to make sure I get his name right. On the side of Bourbon Street, please put your hands together for Mayor Xavier on Dewey, everyone. Mayor Xavier on Dewey. Great. It's good to see the great mayor dressed up for us tonight. Going first on the side of Bourbon Street, Mayor Xavier.
How is y'all? Really nice y'all having me here. Name is Mayor Xavier and Dewey. I'm the mayor of Bourbon Street. Self-appointed. Okay, now my friends, so Xavier and Dewey, long names. My friend, they call me Turtle Soup. You can call me Turtle Soup. Okay. Now you may be thinking yourself, how? What make this man qualify to be mayor of Bourbon Street? Well, I'll tell you what makes this man qualify. I born and bred Bourbon Street. You know what I'm saying? My daddy a gator. My mom, she's a hurricane. You know what I'm saying? My daddy, he a washboard. My mama, she a one-man band. You know what I'm saying? My daddy, he's a cicada. And my mama, she's a hornet toad. My daddy, he a swamp snake. My mama, she a big bowl of crawfish. You know what I'm saying? My daddy, he a swarm of locusts. And my mama, she a hush puppy. My daddy, he a pork rind. My mama, she a jazz funeral. That was the best one. I don't know why you guys didn't. My daddy, he a beer batter card. My mama, she mildew. My daddy, he a parapistol. My mama, she a swamp ghost. My daddy, he a swift current. My mama, she a fancy hat. My daddy, he sweet tea. My mama, she a drinking contest. My daddy, he a fan boat. My mama, she's a baguette. You understand? Because the truth is, I don't really know. I adopted by a couple of black folk crawling around on Bourbon Street. I don't know who my parents are. Now this man back here, he's gonna tell you about Sesame Street and how you get to Sesame Street. I don't know how you get to Sesame Street. I don't know. But I'll tell you how you get to Bourbon Street. You wake up there.
Sunny days sweeping the clouds away. On my way to where the air is sweet. Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? Fuck yeah, guys, Sesame Street. Why is this even an argument? Are you kidding me? Sesame Street's one of the greatest places in the world. Just full of child wonderment and bewilderment and dreams. It's definitely better than Bourbon Street. It's essentially the Gaza Strip of the South. It's fucking terrible. Bourbon Street is the worst place on the planet, you guys. Bourbon Street is essentially Lodo at 2 in the morning all the time. All the time. It's horrible. So many fun facts I learned researching these two things. Sesame Street. Sesame Street was taught us how to make friends, right? Taught us how to make friends. Bourbon Street helped us lose friends. Yeah. Sesame Street has won 153 Emmy Awards. 153. That is 153 more awards than Louisiana's premier TV show, Duck Dynasty. That's right. Yeah. Bourbon Street's just a tourist trap, really, right? Because New Orleans is a beautiful city, right? Like, New Orleans is a beautiful city. And going to New Orleans and partying on Bourbon Street, right, is like going to Denver and partying at the Colorado store at DIA. It's hack shit, y'all. It's hack. Sesame Street characters, man, they've been around for like 45 years. 45 years. So there's some Bourbon Street characters that have been around for 45 years too. They all have rabies. It's not good. Sesame Street taught us how to read. Bourbon Street helped us forget how to read. New Orleans claims to be a liberal portion of Louisiana, but it's still the South, right? You know? Sesame Street, they've had a gay couple on since 1968. Super progressive. He's into it. Sesame Street has promoted vampire awareness since the 60s. That's all for that one. Bourbon Street promotes humanity at its worst. Bourbon Street, in part, is known for its parades, which is one of the worst activities you can participate in, unless, of course, you thought the Nazis had some good ideas. I knew that wasn't going to get laughs. I'm okay with it.
No, he don't talk about how diverse Sesame Street is. Diverse place, Sesame Street. Very diverse. Bourbon Street, that's the most diverse place in the world. You got red and yellow, green, blue, and that's just the crawfish. And it's true now, you maybe think, hey, this guy's drunk. But this guy trying to talk about a talking bird. And they call him a big bird. That ain't no big bird. I know Big Bird. He hustle people pools. Cause all them tourists. Now, I don't know everything about everything, but I knew a lot about a lot of things. And I tell you right now, a big bowl of jambalaya will clear you of any snuffleupagus. Now, there'll be a lot of talk about how dumb Louisiana is, how dumb Bourbon Street is. He talk about reading and writing and how important it is. Well, let me tell you this. I can't read. I can't write. And I'm a goddamn mayor. Bourbon Street, everybody.
Listen, you guys, I could sit up here and shit on Bourbon Street but it's all worthless if you don't know the history. I'm going to give you guys a history lesson on Sesame Street and the Muppets. A lot of people don't know that the Muppets traveled here across seas like our ancestors did. And they settled in New York. They gentrified New York. Okay? It's a very similar, harrowing tale as a lot of our ancestors. You know, how do you get to Sesame Street? You get on a boat. Okay? You fight seasickness and scurvy and sleep deprivation. And you get to Ellis Island. Go through Ellis Island just to have your name, your family name stripped from you because it's too hard to pronounce, right? Characters that you know and love, not their real names. Oscar the Grouch, actually, Oscar Grouchowitz. Yeah. Snuffleupagus, Snuffleupagussenberg. Cookie Monster, Otis Spunkmeyer. Yeah. It was a hard life in America for the Muppets. A lot of them struggled to learn the English language, like the Swedish Chef and Animal. Others got mixed up in the wrong crowd. Elmo got caught up in the underground S&M scene, being tickled for money. Little Bird, as he used to be called, was actually a test subject for the military super soldier program. Till he was disavowed and kicked out when the experiments didn't work out as planned. That's right. It wasn't just the lucky ones. The lucky ones worked in factories, handcrafting numbers and letters for American children to learn in schools. That's right, 16 hours a day. And it wasn't just work that was the problem. Having racial epithets hurled at them on a daily basis. Words that would never be used in today's society, like mups and googly eyes and fur monkeys. But it's not all bad. There were some success stories. Ernie and Bert found fame and fortune as a flamboyant magician team. That's right. Guy Smiley found fame and millions in the talk show circuit, and it was later found out that he was Johnny Carson's biological father. And finally, you guys, what this all means, they all had different paths, different journeys, but they all came together in the end. They came together and they sat down and they taught America's children. Can I tell you how to get to Sesame Street? Yeah, be a dreamer. Be a lover. Be a human.
Did you guys know there were so many Jews on Sesame Street? Am I the only one? A lot of Bergs at the end of all those names. All right, guys, give it up for Matt Monroe and Chris Charpentier. Kicking the show off right. You guys got to pick the winner, though. If you guys are on the side of Sesame Street, let's hear it for Matt Monroe, everyone. Matt Monroe. Hey, yeah. Maybe we should have done Vine Street. And if you're on the side of Bourbon Street, let's hear it for the mayor, Xavier Andouille, everybody. And the mayor wins that election by a landslide. Nice job, guys. Please exit the stage.